morning steam, it's time to break one for cover. That's gonna cover, that's gonna cash. Then we make the 100-yard dash to the window. I don't know what you thought. It's Ramon Scott, running so hot. Sports make money and we make money with sports money every single day. NFL, NHL, NCAA. Stay away from the juice or might play a parlay. It's the morning steam. What? Ramon Scott, sports money. What? Wake your ass up and let's get to the money. Get to the money. You know how we do it.
All right, a pleasant good morning to you from the Sports Money Network. This is Ramon Scott, and welcome to the Morning Steam Show. I'm just watching a winner come home right now in the Win Club with Emma Raducanu with the victory here. And, well, we didn't have Emma. We actually had Rakimova plus 5.5 games, but Emma wins it by 5. So we'll take the win there for the matches here. We got some tennis action. There's not much going on in the world of sports today, is there? Oh my goodness, what a last 24 hours we've had here. Unbelievable. The action today. And it only continues here on the Sports Money Network and everywhere today with more. NBA Finals tonight, game number 5 from San Antonio. Also World Cup action. We're at 4 games today and really getting going here. And what an incredible night last night. Just blew everybody away. You know, when Alexi Lawless comes in. I mean, if nobody's a bigger critic. You can say what you want about trying to, root on the United States and, hey, anybody can win one game and look really. When Alexi Lawless comes out and starts singing that this was the best he's ever seen the national team look, you got to take note of that. He's a kind of a harsh critic of the team, and especially the way the team has performed on the international stage and their shortcomings and everything. And that's a big deal, I think, with what he said about the 4-1 win last night. Performance there over Paraguay, just terrific performance. Man, it just felt like from the get-go, I mean, from the opening kick, you could feel the momentum. It didn't feel like Paraguay could even breathe yesterday. About as good of execution as an American team has ever had. Obviously, record-setting performances from the United States, not since their first appearance in 1930. They had such an incredible performance there last night with a 4-1 victory. Not a great night for Paraguay, and the United States in a good position here. They're right now, certainly, you've got to throw in the home field advantage here, but it does put them kind of into a top 10 situation here in the world right now. And not overall, maybe, but I think you just got to overall look at, the emotion created by the fans there on Friday night in the Los Angeles Stadium that has allowed the U.S. to bring forth some incredible momentum. Now, it does look like there is definitely an injury here right now to Christian Pulisic. He was just taken out for precaution, but Bocaredo did say that he was injured actually in training. So it was information that was not released. That doesn't make anybody feel very good. No wonder. He looked great. I mean, obviously he looked great in the team concept. He looked great setting everybody up. He looked great along with the rest of the Americans, including Bulligan, with his 2 goals there, a multi-goal performance by a United States player. That's big news too. So just real big, awesome performance there. Yes, we did have the United States there in the first half, and also USA gets it done there over Paraguay. It wasn't so good news for Canada, though, as they ended up in a draw with Bosnia and Herzegovina. It's not a terrible result, but they needed a win really right now, and Bosnia kind of that's an upset. It's an upset. Canada was favored, so you got to look there at Bosnia and Herzegovina, kind of moving up in the group a little bit, probably passing up Canada here as we get through game one of the group stage there. Four more games, like I said here today. We'll preview those right after the NBA here. Also, incredible action still to come tonight with our coverage here of the NBA Finals on the Sports Money Network. It'll be a great day. We've got our show here. We've got the horse racing coverage here today as well, and leads all up to the nighttime action here on the Sports Money Network. So great day. Also college baseball today, College World Series, 2 games out there today, 4 games in the WNBA as well. Did I mention there are 15 Major League Baseball games here as well? Just want to note there is some college baseball movement right now on one of the games that's just come in here. Move to the over here in the game between Georgia and Texas. Now, this stadium is known for suppressing runs. We'll get into the College World Series in due time, but I just want to note the line move here right now, moving higher here with Texas and Georgia. Now, look, we've got an all SEC Saturday when it comes to the College World Series. I'm not saying this ballpark is big, and it's not like the old Memorial Stadium there or whatever it's called there. Also, Pat McAfee calling out the Jello shots guy, kind of running a shiesty operation there, huh? But nonetheless, all SEC action here today at the College World Series in the 2 games at 3 Eastern and 8 Eastern tonight, running up against, and the big one in the WNBA also runs up against the NBA Finals tonight. But we'll get right to the action here real quick here. I maybe just cover some of the big menu items here today. And, of course, the big game last night. So did have some winners here on the morning steam anyway yesterday with Major League Baseball as well. We were able to bring some winners home here, at least on the show yesterday. Pretty good day of baseball, pretty exciting day of baseball action as well. Not quite like it was on Thursday night, but still did see some crazy performances, including, of course, Jacob Mizorowski. He's the big headliner of the day. If it wasn't for the World Cup, we'd be talking about his one hitter with 15 strikeouts, 95 pitches, and a world record 51 pitches over 100 miles an hour, including a 104.5 mile an hour pitch. He must have been feeling pretty good going into that game. Meanwhile, we talked about, we were on a show the other night. And I was talking about Adolis Garcia when we were on with I think the basketball game the other night. We talked about Garcia live on the air. He's going to go on the 60-day injured list with a right lat tear. I was trying to describe it. I just said, he hurt his shoulder. But that's going to put Garcia on the 60-day disabled list. So A's got the win over the Rockies last night here in Las Vegas, winning the game. How about it? The A's are 3-1 with 3 unders so far in the Las Vegas ballpark. I was hot and bothered that all the games would go over, but that's not the case here right now. The runs are not coming. That first game was crazy. There's still been a lot of home runs, but the pitching has calmed down a little bit there in Las Vegas. A game was scoreless after 4. Langoliers and Kurtz had back-to-back homers in that one. How about the opposite? Astros over the Royals 10-8. The game was 9-5 after the first inning. Yordan Alvarez had 2 home runs in the first inning, including a grand slam for 6 RBIs. That was near Mark Whiten-esque. If you know, you know. Josh Hader recorded his second save for the Astros. Alvarez, the first Astro with 2 home runs in an inning since Jeff Bagwell in 1994. Oh my God, I'm old. Don't look in the mirror. over there. Mets beat the Braves. Bo Bichette, 2 home runs in the first 2 innings. He had 6 RBIs. Devin Williams got a 4-out save, and Spencer Strider left the game in the 4th inning with elbow and shoulder soreness. Here's a guy, I was kind of on him yesterday, and coming off of, an injury, just a couple of starts here. Bad news for the Braves there. Strider is going to need some type of treatment or plan here to see what's going on with that. Probably run the MRI. Twins came back to beat the Cardinals 9-8. St. Louis led 3-2 after 5, but the bullpens got shelled. Royce Lewis, Brooks Lee homered the bottom of the 8th inning, and the Twins came back, and Alec Burleson did it again with another home run for the Twins. Guardians, Tanner Bybee won again. Cleveland was 2-11 in his first 13 starts. Now they're 2-0 in his last 2 starts. As the Guardians snapped a 4-game losing skid. Cade Smith, 22nd save. He leads the major leagues. Cade Smith of the Guardians. Red Sox over the Rangers 10-1. Sonny Gray, 5 hits and a run in 6 innings pitched. Rafaela, a homer and 2 doubles. Also a Brave and Contreras homered. Boston routed the Rangers. Diamondbacks over the Reds. Go-ahead run scored when the Reds dropped a fly ball in the 9th inning. And Eduardo wasn't too sharp in this one. But the Diamondbacks got the win there 5-2. Cincinnati's lost 11 of 14. How about the Chicago White Sox? They crushed the Dodgers 8-2. Shohei, late scratch, left knee inflammation, sat the game out. White Sox are 19-3 in their last 22 home games. Chase Medroth, 3 hits, 2 RBIs, and the White Sox are going to the World Series. Don't at me here. We love them here. You guys love them, and now I do too. So, just some great games last night. Of course, I'm not going to mention the Padres too much, but I did have Baltimore here on the show yesterday, and the 7-3 victory there yesterday also was Cubs getting by the Giants there in that ball game, as the Cubs were able to they led 5-0 there at one point, and went on for the 5-1 victory there. Also, Yankees and the Blue Jays yesterday was Toronto routing the Yankees there in that one 8-5 with the Savage and Weathers. The game was going over early in that one with those 2 teams, but that should do it. How about the Rays and the Angels there? The Angels got the win 4-3 over the Rays. They beat McClanahan. They scored a little bit early on them, went on for the victory there. Also, was the Mariners and Washington, and the Mariners got that one 10-2. So I think that does it for most of the good games there from yesterday. College baseball had the winners here, right, with West Virginia on the show and North Carolina. So we laid it with West Virginia, and we took North Carolina here on the show as well. So those winners came home. I'll have some more winners today as well. There also, we did have USA there in the first half, although we failed with Canada game to go under in the first half. Let's say hello to the folks in the chat and get this show on the road. We've got a lot of crazy sports to talk about here. Just any kind of sport you want to deal with, we're dealing with it here today. Kane is here. Robert is here. Nuke is here today. And don't forget, we've got UFC tomorrow, and you can get started with your handicapping if you haven't already. There's only 7 fights, but check it out over at underneath the live tab as we get ready for BB MMA picks. And our guest here this week, we did have Lucrative James there. He was at the White House, it looked like, and preview the fights here this week with that main event here. And we saw, so I was very critical of Josh Hockett there, right, on yesterday's show, talking about how I thought he was pretty disrespectful, even if it is an act. Maybe you should clean it up, at least for the White House, right? So today he was like that guy, that he's like me. He's passive aggressive. He went with the passive aggressive type of it seemed like there today, but really awkward and uncomfortable there. And I don't know if he stole the show again, but he's trying to fire up. He's worried about Ilya Taporia. I mean, don't forget, you got to fight Derek Lewis. I know everybody's going to be on Hockett, but this guy's got some problems here, man. I don't know what's going. Maybe he'll go on to be the greatest guy of all time, and we'll all be laughing, looking back on it. But he did apologize, whether he meant it or not, or whether someone told him to. He apologized for his. The way he was talking at the night before. So I don't know. Maybe you heard my spiel on that. Huh? Okay, what else are you guys saying in the chat here anyway? Good morning. Hey, Chickadee Sports is here. Hi, Crystal. Nice to see you in the chat. Public Enemy as well. Nunya here did not like Paraguay yesterday, and they look bad. They look bad, so... All right, Terrell with some winners there. Terrell also saying the Brewers beat up, but they had the great pitching. They had the great pitching there, right, yesterday. So, okay, let's see who else. Philly Eagle Flyer joining us here. Wow. And Nunya says, this is a Derek Lewis retirement fight. Hockey going to finish him off here. Or I don't know, maybe he's saying he'll win it. But I think he's saying he'll get rocked here. But, again, Hockey really off base there, and we'll see. Now the forecast does call for thunder showers at the end of the night on Sunday when the fights are being conducted. Now I'm not a guy trying to be an alarmist here, and everyone has started to say a little bit that it looks like it will not be as severe as they were talking about it. But I have already looked at the forecast here, and it does look like it could rain by the end of the from what it says right now at the National Weather Service, showers expected here at the end of the night on Sunday night, towards the end of the fights. It feels like is what the National Weather Service was kind of saying there. So we'll see. We'll see. No panic. Again, everybody thinks it's a big deal, but that big thing on top of the claw it looks like it will cover the whole thing, right? I mean, maybe the fans could get a little wet. Hey, everyone, like this video and subscribe to our channel, Sports Money, here on YouTube, the 16,000 subscriber powerhouse. Please like, share, and subscribe. Do the guys a favor and make sure we're getting the word out. We've got some great programming here for you this weekend, including our coverage tomorrow of UFC Freedom 250 from the White House. It's going to be incredible. It's going to be absolutely incredible. And Nate says, it doesn't matter. The fight's going to go on. I think if the rain was coming in sideways, I don't think they would allow them, actually. Nate's always right on this, but, and again, it is not going to be that big a deal, even if it's a little sprinkle. I don't think the water is going to reach the octagon, but I don't think in a fight you could have stray water come in there. I would question that. All right. Let's see here. I think we've got everybody in here. I don't know what else we can discuss. I know that you can get more picks from me here with winnable.com/Ramon. Check it out over at winnable.com. I've got some plays up here right now, including action in tennis here currently coming up, and I've got more plays for you later today. So check me out over at winnable.com. We've already brought home a winner here, as I said, with Rakamova. Tell me what to say. Rakamova got the win over Emma. Well, covered the spread anyway. Emma got the win. Emma got the win by 5, and we took 5.5 games. Okay. We've got to really get going here. Let's just start talking about these games and see if we can't get the show underway here right now and talk NBA to start. I mean, we got to start. We're going to go NBA, then World Cup, and then baseball. All right. Yeah, right. I mean, this guy, look at this guy. I mean, he doesn't really make very much sense. I mean, here's a guy who, kind of bets $25,000 a hand of blackjack. All right. Let's get going here right now. And yeah, I'd have there's a reason why they don't give me a press pass here in Las Vegas to cover, over at the Apex. Probably not qualified, but I am known to be a sports writer for 35 plus years or more than that, longer than that. All right. but they got some great reporters out there, so I'm sure that they don't need me getting in the way. All right, let's get rolling here. Go to winnable.com/Ramon. Use the promo code STEAM to save 20%, and we'll have a drawing here at the end of the show, and maybe we'll give away 1 month worth of plays here. I've had the volume kind of light here. I probably should be stepping it up, but you know what? I need to have some good picks, so let's see what we got here with the gang, and I'm going to get the graphic going here, I think. So I really want to thank everyone for joining me here as we're just about to start the proceedings and ready for basketball here tonight. Could it be the last game of the season? Will the Knicks, do they want to go home and win it? Do they not? Are they just going to blow it off here tonight? All right, here we go. Oh. Sorry, gang. Okay, we have just a standard graphic, I think, here. Knicks and Spurs battle tonight here, game number 5 from San Antonio. And the Spurs obviously are getting a big kick to their line here. I mean, it almost feels like the line is being set this way out of the Spurs' desperation, because there's really nothing to indicate that they're not going to be. Now, granted, they've dominated a lot of the time frame here, actually, in the postseason. It seems like it does seem like the Spurs keep on dominating, and then all of a sudden they find ways to blow the big leads, blow leads here, blow leads there. And it just keeps happening over and over again right now. And for the Knicks here, it just feels like the line is, kind of based on that desperation angle, and they're getting 5 points. Now, the Spurs, they need this one down 3-1, but can you really price in such urgency here when the team really is not showing any signs necessarily? Look, even last game the Spurs covered, so I guess maybe there is something to that. But nonetheless, New York has been a great road team in the postseason, 8-1 away from home, shooting 49% from the floor, 40% from 3, and most importantly, the Knicks in each game they have won here this postseason in the road elimination game each time. They won by 51 points, they won by 30 points, and they won by 37 points in the previous series here in these playoffs. So that is big time. When facing elimination, they've won these games here by an average of 39 points so far. So San Antonio's offense, they just cannot reach a championship level because they just have this young team, 20, 21 years old, 23 years old, and it's really come the moments of panic. Even the grizzled veteran De'Aaron Fox doesn't know that he's supposed to dribble out and take a foul. Instead, he tries to go lay it up, misses the shot, and the Knicks come down and are able to win the game. So just mistakes after mistake when the key moments are occurring, and that's what's happened to the Spurs. They've been out-coached. They've been out-smarted. They've been outsmarted, if that's even, I don't even know if that's a word. That's a dumb word. But New York's defense has repeatedly forced San Antonio into long scoring droughts, and that's how they get out to that lead. And then that's how they've erased those leads, and that's just been part of the result, if you will. So Spurs are shooting just 45.8% at home during the postseason and just 34% from 3. Wemby, he's been good. I mean, he's had his moments where he's not been good. Obviously, the first game wasn't very good. We know that. But if the Spurs can survive and extend the series, do you think they can win by 6 or more against this Knicks team that just keeps coming? They've covered 8 of 9 playoff games on the road. That seems like a difficult proposition. I think a total here is probably been – I lost. The game total went under. Well, we had the first half, but the points just slowed down. And this is an elimination game. Now, I was kind of saying the total's going up, and now here we are in a possible elimination game. And this one, it could be the same thing. San Antonio's objective has to be to, limit those turnovers and – don't let 29-point leads get away. Now, I don't know if they're going to have a 29-point lead in this one, but you got to think they're going to be more deliberate offensively and just try to prevent, transition of the Knicks, because the Spurs start to lose their minds, and then boom, 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 here comes New York's road defense and have held opponents to 45.3% shooting, and then all of a sudden it's like, all the leads are erased. So let's see what you guys have here in this one, and I want to hear from you in the chat, and then I'll make a pick. Great to have everyone here. Going to be a big Saturday. All right, Ron, no problem. Yeah, Ron, it's not going to be there this game anyway. We got some baseball. Terrell, I've been wrote a few years with the San Diego Union. And, missed writing for that paper, but we're here in Vegas. I don't think they need a sports writer over at the Review Journal. Public enemy on the Spurs. Hello to Stop Geo. Spurs first quarter there. And remember that was classic, Terrell, to have the line in the paper before there was the internet, right? Papers had a line, but they used the Caliente line. So, all right, now careful now. But all right, Canada let Flea down there in that one. Wemby can win one more here, says Dead Internet. Gotta be. Can they get one here? Just win the game. Don't even have to cover. They just got to win. Knickerbockers 4-9 legacy. Spurs will win the next two, says LALV. We'd love to see it go 7. We want to see it, but gosh, these Spurs, they're painful to watch sometimes. And it feels inevitable, right? When they got it down to under 15 points, and I was on the broadcast with those guys and took it at halftime plus 22 points, I'm like, well, they got it closed within 15 here, don't they? And again, I have a futures ticket on the Spurs, but all right, Knicks plus 5 for Ron, but Spurs first quarter there. And Nunya was loving that soccer last night. Man, that was thrilling to see them dominate like that. They were dominating in there. Okay, I guess that's it from the chat. I'll make my pick here in this one with the Knicks here and the Spurs tonight with the big game tonight, 8:30 Eastern, 5:30 Pacific time here with game number 5 from San Antonio tonight. So hopefully we'll be along with you guys here tonight for the game. And let me see here. I'm going to come in here and I'm going to be on the under in the I'll be on the under here in the first quarter tonight with the Knicks and the Spurs. Under first quarter in this one is my play. It's got to be tight, man. If they do get going here, get loose here, maybe it's watch out time for the Knicks here, I think. So let me know what you think on that, though. I'll go under first quarter at 56.5. Okay, did we get everyone's picks in there in the chat? Whoops. Line Legacy, a big Spurs fan in there. All right. Guess that's it. Let's go to the World Cup. And we'll just talk the 4 games here today at the World Cup. 4 games today here. All right, and there we go. First off here, 3 Eastern, noon Pacific time from San Francisco, from Santa Clara. It'll be Qatar taking on Switzerland here in Group B. You see the line there. You got Switzerland about a 2-goal favorite. Let me see. I think I have a 1.5 line on the handmade graphic here. 1.5 minus 150 or -2 plus 108 up there on the graphic anyway. And the total I have here is 3, and that's pretty much what it is most everywhere here right now. Switzerland really should have the upper hand in this game over Qatar. I really have my doubts about Qatar being able to compete here right now against a team like Switzerland. They're the class team in the group, I do believe. They were unbeaten through qualifying. They have an experienced team. They have Shaka. Qatar profile pretty ugly here, coming in winless in 6 straight friendlies and only 2 goals in those games, and even worse outside of playing at home. They were really dismal on the road in the lead up. This feels to me like 4-0, 3-1, something in there. I think in this one, I think Switzerland gets it early and often. Actually, Qatar, if you will, they had their qualifying had some high scores for sure. They're probably one of the best things they do are the set pieces, but Switzerland was having BTTS in their last 6 games coming in this one, so maybe Qatar can get one, but I'm not sure they will. And the fact that if it does get to 3 goals here, there's a lot of security in the goal, even though it's 3, because 3-0 is possible, 4-1, 4-0. I feel like right in there. So I'm going to take here Switzerland in the first half here in this one to lead. Cutter here, give me Switzerland in the first half today. I might be a little chalky here now. Hey, we don't, the thing about the first couple of games here, obviously 3 of them were the host teams, even though Canada didn't look that great. But let's see here. Anybody interested in the World Cup today? It should be awesome here. And I'll take first half in this one with Switzerland at, let me see. I'm probably going to try to be pretty secure on this one. I'll take them at, oh man, -0.5 is -$1.85. So I might have to go to the Asian handicap here. Hey, it is soccer. So you know what? I'm going to take them at the Asian handicap in the first half is -0.75 at -$1.30. That's probably the way I would look. So in other words there, if you want to be very conservative, you could lay a half a goal at -185 or so, or lay 1 goal at +125, and right in there, the Asian handicap 0.75 at -$1.30. So right in there, I like Switzerland to at least lead this one by 1, maybe by 2 by halftime. Okay, let's see what the folks said in the chat here at the World Cup. All right, Nunya likes Scotland to rock there in the game. We're going to talk about it here in just a moment. Switzerland -2 for Public Enemy. BTTS says for Legal Flyer will not be, or no, BTTS no, he says. It'll be 2-0 or 3-0. He's saying BTTS no. Ron says, you know what? I might just be laying favorites here. Might be laying a favorite parlay today. LAOB just was one of those guys yesterday that was saying Bosnia was the team there yesterday. And first round, you want to win. You don't want to be saddled with a draw, because then you got to wait to see what everybody else does. Philly Eagle Flyers got the Swiss over on the corners, and Switzerland and under, I think, there. Blake also liking Switzerland here. Look, the Cutter story was nice when they were in the World Cup there, and obviously they parlayed that good mojo, and their program had a pretty good run here over the last few years to requalify. But this one does feel like a little bit of overload right now with Switzerland, a pretty good team here, and I'll take the first half of Switzerland. Next up here on the morning steam show is the big one, Morocco and Brazil here at the at the New Jersey Stadium, the New York, New Jersey Stadium, New York, New Jersey. If you're old like me, right? The team was called New York, New Jersey Cosmos for a while there. After they, I think it was New York, New Jersey Cosmos. After they changed it from New York Cosmos. Anyway, in this one, you've got I'm showing the Asian handicap here up on the graphic, although the graphic below minus a half, minus 150. If you want to lay a 0.75 goals, that one's closer to a pick'em. Brazil $1.50 on the three-way here. Total 2.5 under 50, under 48 in the graphic, but I can find under 2.5 under 35. But I don't know if it's going to go under necessarily in this one with Morocco and Brazil. Now, these two teams have met, I believe, once before in a World Cup game. It was, I believe, in 1994, I want to say, and Brazil had won it 3-0. I think that was the one, or was it 98? What year was it in France? 98 or 94? Right in there, but Brazil did win a 3-0 victory at the World Cup over Morocco. Morocco is, pretty improved over the last, near 30 years here. This is one of the really good team that Morocco is kind of bringing in here. For me, I'm taking Brazil in the futures market to win the World Cup, actually, along with Argentina. Argentina is my stronger play, but those are the two teams I'm really riding with. I've got a few flyers out there on some of these 50 and 60 to 1 shots. Maybe that I could cash in on some equity if should they arrive somehow in like a semifinal game or something somewhere along the line. But here tonight with the Brazil and Morocco at 6 p.m. Eastern, 3 Pacific here in New Jersey this evening. Like I said, Morocco doing pretty well here right now. Brazil is the team to beat. Hey, it was the Meadowlands, not this stadium, but this is kind of where Pele made his when he came to the United States to play. I mean, obviously it was great when he played in Brazil, but for the most part, this is where Pele played his home games in this city. I don't know if that's not a handicapping angle or anything. I just think it's cool. Let's see how you have it here in this one and at the World Cup tonight with Brazil rightly favored, but it's still a tricky opener. It feels like Neymar does have a little bit of a calf issue, but I'd probably just much ado about nothing. But if he's limited in somehow, Morocco, they're always organized for sure. They're experienced. They're dangerous. So they could keep up with Brazil here. I know people are liking Morocco here, plus 0.75 goals. There's not a huge, overwhelming love for Brazil here. I think people are kind of on to Morocco a little bit. But again, I'm riding with these teams here probably tonight with Brazil here in this one. But let's see what you have here with Brazil and Morocco. Morocco, they come out so solid defensively in the first half. If Brazil is not all there, it could be a low-scoring game, but I don't know. I don't think it is going to be there. It may be early, but I think it might loosen up in the second half a little bit. I know the openers are supposed to start cautiously, and the price is heavy, but I don't know. I kind of think it might be a little bit chaotic with these two teams, actually, especially if the first goal out there belongs to Brazil. So let's see if the chat has anything in this game. In 1998, yeah, thank you. And Nuke really likes Brazil here in this one. Morocco's got a great reputation right now as kind of a almost a sleeper team here, if you will. And their world ranking is, you might find it surprising, but Morocco in the current FIFA rankings here is ranked 7th in the world, only behind Argentina, Spain, France, England, Portugal, and Brazil. So really you have Brazil and Morocco right next to each other in the FIFA rankings. Now, some people say, FIFA, screw the FIFA rankings. In fact, they're, they're a big fraudulent organization anyways. We don't even like FIFA. But their rankings are used to kind of set the, set things up, if you will, as far as, it was a draw. I mean, we all saw the draw. Remember, the president was there. We're doing YMCA. That seemed like a long time ago now. But he goes to everything, doesn't he? But hey, the village people were live. There actually, it's just one guy. I think all that's left was actually the policeman now. The other guys are new village people. Blake's on Brazil here. Yeah, thanks, JW. It was France, right? That game happened. Public Enemy does like it over here. And those Bosnia Herzegovina guys, they all look like, they got their Prince Charles foreheads out there. Billy Go Flyer, both teams are scoring over here. And Morocco, a very formidable opponent, right next to him, right? So really, if you think about it, I mean, minus a half a goal might not make that much sense, actually. I just like Brazil. Brazil under their corners and double chance with Brazil and over. Hello to AOD in the chat. Sprinkle the draw maybe in this one. And Nunez turning back the clock to win the Nuke, not too impressed by Morocco here. Okay, I guess that's it. I'll make my call here in this one with Morocco and Brazil. And I'm going to take the over here in the first half with Morocco and Brazil. I'm going to get a little crazy here. That may be a little bit contrarian because Morocco does come out kind of defensive here. But watch out for Brazil tonight. Come on. Here, I'm going to go over in the first half with Morocco and Brazil. Game number 2 here at the World Cup tonight. Give me the over in the first half at 1.5. Let me make sure at 1 goal here. Let me make sure I got it here. I'm going over. Over 1 goal in the first half between Morocco and Brazil. And I believe it's $1.35. Is that right? Okay. All right. Let's see. Anything else from the chat here? LALB is on the draw in the first half. Okay, next up. Scotland is taking on Haiti here in this one. The Tartan Army is going to be Tartan Army coming in here to Boston Stadium, as they call it, going up against Haiti here. Someone's trying to call me during the morning steam as if they don't know that I do a show 7 days a week at this time. It's probably the guys trying to tell me to speed it up. Scotland here favored by a goal, and look, we're in the Boston Stadium here. That's what they call it in Foxborough, but Scotland here favored by a goal at minus $1.15, maybe $1.20 here. Haiti 2.5 over 45 or 2.75 over 25. Scotland $1.90 on the 3-way. Haiti plus 460, the draw plus 350 here in this one. So let's see what we got here with these two. And, I am on some of these. Like I said, I'm on the teams from the Western Hemisphere. I don't think I'm on Haiti, though. I don't think I'm going to be backing Haiti here. I want to, there's a chance that Haiti could be more in tune to the conditions here a little bit. If the weather's a little warm, I think. I don't know. It really feels like Scotland is ready for this one against Haiti right now. I mean, I'm not really going to trust a team like Haiti here, where the qualifying they came out of to kind of get in here in this one. Scotland is in much better form. They rank well above Haiti. They did dominate their 2 warm-up wins here. They are missing Gilmore, I believe, but again, I think here Haiti's defense should be pretty vulnerable to a team like Scotland. Scotland has scored at least 3 goals in 5 of their last 7 wins in the run-up here to the World Cup finals. And Scotland here will probably have to do the scoring for sure here, and I think we'll probably see some. I think we'll probably see Scotland put up a 2 or 3, probably more than 3 here. 2-1, 3-1. That's the way I feel like it's going to happen here for Scotland. I can't believe I'm on these favorites like this right now, but I think Scotland is going to be the side here today, and I don't think many people are going to be taking anything else. So maybe I'm going to go with over though here in this one, and I think I'm going to go over first half actually here with Scotland and Haiti. I'm going to do another over in the first half with this one, and the first half line is 1.25 at even money or so, or 1 goal at minus 170. So yeah, probably the Asian handicap is the way you got to go to get a little bit better price there. 1.25 goals there. So maybe Scotland can get 2 in the first half against Haiti. I'm going to go over in the first half here with Scotland and Haiti. Maybe it should be team total over for Scotland. Not having a lot of faith in some of these underdogs today, but all right. AOD likes Haiti for the upset. I mean, hey, I understand that the money's a little thin in Haiti, and the team may have not be getting paid here. So they might have to find some other ways to make a little money, if you know what I mean. Scotland on the 3-way for Public Enemy. And Nunya has a bend to Haiti here. Gerardo's here. Let's get his picks right now. Nuke is on Scotland. This is a Gerardo's moment here. Blake is on Scotland. Philly Eagle Flyer 2-0 or 3-0 here. Nuke Scotland first half full game. AOD's got Haiti. They'll be the heroes. Of course, the island will be dark by the time they get home. And Jimmy's got his UFC plays in here already. Gerardo says Switzerland first half halftime full-time bet here. BTTS for Philly Eagle Flyer in this one. Gerardo likes Switzerland to rock. And Switzerland Scotland parlay for Gerardo. And Gerardo not too impressed by Qatar and Haiti here. LALB's on Scotland. All right. And we're going to go for one more here tonight. And it's Turkey up here against Turkey. That's what I know. I'm going to spell it like this. As the graphic has it like this, so do I, okay? So Turkey here, about a half a goal favorite over the Socceroos. Here, look, Turkey has beaten Australia before in a couple of friendlies. They've never met in other international play. They played 22 years ago in two tune-up games, I believe, 2 international friendlies, but that's really it. Now, Turkey, again here, look, the only thing that bums me out here a little bit about Australia here, I mean, Turkey, they've got some good players, okay, but Turkey organization, the soccer organization isn't exactly stable. At least with Australia, you are getting a pretty stable organization with the Socceroos. Now, Turkey's got some good players. They've got Güler, they've got Yildiz, so they have the best players on the team, and they have the better form. Australia, you know that they're actually very physical and disciplined. They're going to try to run you over here a little bit, but they can't score. They just can't score. And so Turkey can get almost a professional win here in a very low-scoring game here in this one. Now, it may be worth Australia here, but you're only getting 0.75 goals. Could Australia find their way to a draw here somehow? Australia scored 1 goal or less in 7 of their last 8 games. Turkey's kept clean sheets in 4 of their last 5 wins here right now, and 4 of Turkey's last 5 were level at halftime. So I want to try to get in on Australia here, actually, but Turkey might just have the talent that everyone says they do here. And look, Canada didn't look too good yesterday. I'm not comparing them to Australia at all, but talent-wise, they are kind of equal, if you know what I mean. You have a team here. Uh, 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 Turkey coming in here. Now, look, Canada, they lost to a number 65 team in there. That was downright embarrassing. So that can't really happen. But this Turkey team, they're a little better than what we've seen in some of these other, there's 48 teams here in this tournament. And Turkey right now is 23rd in the FIFA rankings. Australia is 27th. So I don't know if it is a totally appropriate line there at a half a goal, but let me see what you guys have, and then I'll make a pick too. Okay, Turkey money line. Maybe they win 1-0, says Gerardo. Under for Gerardo. You gotta think it's gonna be pretty stiff here. Turkey to win, says Philly Eagle Flyer. Turkey on the 3-way, says Public Enemy. BTTS for Philly Eagle Flyer, though, and for LALV. Could it be a draw here, says Woke is Joke. Turkey, they are a pretty substantial favorite in there. But I almost want to take a goal with Australia. Turkey here for Blake. It's just taking a goal is a pretty big price. It's at a pretty big price, actually, to take Australia plus 1 whole goal here. It's not something I want to necessarily give out on the air. I'm going to do it, though. I'm going to take it at minus $1.55. I'm going to take Australia plus 1 goal here, and maybe they can get a draw out of this. And if they lose by 1, that's okay. We'll just take our chances here. I'm going to go a little bit off the board here. I know everyone's on Turkey. I'm going to try Australia here. I believe that Turkey's national team program is not as healthy as Australia's. I don't want to say as far as the personnel is concerned. Turkey has the better top-level, top-heavy talent here. But let's see how it works out. If it's going to be a 0-0 game or a 1-0 game or something like that, it could get a little goofy. So I'm going to take Australia here plus a goal. And that's it for the World Cup. Man, that's going to be great. This is a long show today, and we got to go to the Major League Baseball card here right now. We still got other sports to talk about after that. But it's a 15-game card, so let me see what we got, if it's the graphics any good or not. I don't know. We'll just have to ride with it here a little bit. Okay. No problem. At least we got something here. We got the other graphics. So here we go. Let's get rolling. Major League Baseball here tonight and today. We got day games and night games here right now. Cardinals taking on the Twins. Matthew Liberatore goes here for the Cards. For the Twins, Connor Prelip. Prelip with a ERA coming in here for Prelip in this one of 5.15 ERA, 2-4 record. Liberatore 4.47 ERA, 3-3 record coming in. 1.51 WHIP for Liberatore here. So I don't know. The total's 9. We just saw a massive game yesterday where the final score was 9-8. Bullpens were giving it up big time in that game. It was, not exactly a high score early, but here come the runs, and all of a sudden it ended up being a pretty high scoring game there, 9-8, as we saw Minnesota rally for that victory there over the Cardinals last night. Let's go to the chat and see what you guys think here in this one, but I'll cover the plays here as well here tonight. See what you guys have here. For the Cardinals, they've won 6 of their last 8, but Minnesota's dropped 11 of its last 16 coming in. St. Louis has been a very profitable underdog this season. They've lost 2 in a row here right now to the Twins here and to the to the Mets in that previous game. Liberatore has been inconsistent, but with Pralip in there, I thought he's looked good, but he's got a lot out there. Also, Cardinal bullpen about a run better than the Twins, even though they both were getting blown up yesterday. Minnesota's had a lot of overs here recently, and there are 30 and 15 to the over as an underdog. You got to think this one's going to have some runs with these two again, man. With Liberatore and Pralip, there might be some runs early in this game, I'm thinking. 5 of the last 6 meetings in Minnesota have stayed under the total, but and the offenses have been kind of inconsistent here against left-handers, but does seem like the runs might come aplenty. Let's see what the chat has to say here. All right, here we go. And Jimmy likes Toronto tomorrow. And Steve loved the game with the U.S. here. Okay. Public Enemy's on the cards, and Blake is on the cards here. That game slipped away from the Cardinals here. They obviously are playing much, much better than the Twins. We talked about it. Cardinals still 7 games over 500, and the Twins 7 games under 500. Liberatore is the more experienced pitcher here a little bit. I'm going to take the Cardinals here in the first 5. Give me the Cardinals here, first 5. I think they'll slug their way to a first 5 win here in this one over the Twins today, and I'll take Cardinals first 5 here at I'm going to take them at minus $1.10. Next up, the Yankees are on the road here taking on the Blue Jays with Cam Schlittler on the mound here for the Yankees. 1.86 ERA, 7-3 record coming in. Kevin Gausman, 3.6 ERA, 4-4 record. Blue Jays got the win last night, 8-5, to snap the Yankees' winning streak right now in this one, but certainly got the edge here probably with Schlittler on the mound. The Yankees continue to look good on the road. They lost yesterday, no big deal. They're still 22-15 on the road overall, but Toronto's solid at home, 21-16 here. Toronto 11-19 though as an underdog. They're definitely going to be an underdog here in this one. They do have Gausman, so he's capable of keeping the Blue Jays competitive for sure. The Yankees have had some inconsistencies because of the injuries to the lineup here right now, but they are slightly improved, slowly or, quickly improving here to get things back on track without their sluggers in the lineup. I think the bullpens also kind of help with the Yankees here in this one. I like their bullpen over the Jays bullpen here right now, but both clubs been cashing over here of late. Yankees over in 6 of their last 9. Toronto over in 7 of their last 10 coming into this one. So do have a Yankees team here that is still 6-13 in their last 19 against Toronto, but Yankees have gone over in 6 of their last 7 on the road. Toronto's gone over in 5 of their last 7 at home and 7 of their last 9 overall. So, maybe here you have 2 good pitchers, but I still see some offense here with these two. I'm going to take the Yankees here in this one. Give me the Yankees to win tonight with Cam Schlittler on the mound. I'm going to grab the Yanks here on the road over Toronto tonight with Schlittler. And here we go. We've got Nate D is here, pitching wrong in the Cleveland game, Ramon. Oh, is it on the graphic there? Oh, I had yesterday. Are they all wrong? We're gonna get rid of we got to get rid of the graphic. All the pictures are from. Oh, I just downloaded the wrong graphic. That's all. I just got the wrong graphic up there. Let me fix that. We can fix that. Good catch, though. I did think I have a baseball graphic here. I don't know. I just loaded up the wrong one. It's hard for me to read. I'm probably making it too small. Right? I mean, if I can't get the right. Oops. I thought that looked familiar. Oh, jeez. We're about to tank the graphic here if I can't get it. If I can't get what we're looking for here in this. So we're already taking forever here on this show. So, all right. Okay, yeah, I didn't like the graphic today. Okay, you know what? I've been messing around with the AI and having a good time doing it, but it does kind of be better if I just had someone do it for us, I think. Okay, this should be better. It won't be as busy, too. Oh, sorry for the delay, you guys. Okay, that'll have to do today. I kind of did it kind of shorthand here just to get it going. All right, here we go. Let's keep it rolling. Twins money line, Blue Jays money line for 9 legacy. Public Enemies on the Yanks. Blake is on the under here in this one. Johnny Walker joining us as Toronto Yankees and Nerfy in there. So, all right, I've made my call there, and I'm on the Yanks today. Next up, Marlins on the road here, taking on the Pirates. We saw the Marlins handle their business yesterday there against the Buccos. And here's Lake Bashar. Beautiful this time of year. Lake Bashar here for the Marlins, 2.97 ERA and no record here. Bashar, kind of a middle innings guy in a way, but he's getting the start. Miami comes in here very hot right now. They are on a winning streak. No doubt about it here. As the Marlins have been tearing it up here of late right now. They just beat Pittsburgh here last night as well, by the score of 8-3 to pick up that victory there. So they are a slight favorite here on the road. No, Pittsburgh's favored now. Well, that didn't last long. Bubba Chandler and company now favored here at home, $1.30 or so. I'm pretty sure that Miami. Oh, no, they were never favored in this one. Okay. See what you guys have here with this one. You know, Miami 11-23 as an underdog. Not great numbers. Pittsburgh still. They're 500. Miami's 500 coming in. Now, we know these teams have been big-time overs this season. Miami here, 22-6 to the over on the road. Pittsburgh, 26-11 to the over at home. Wow, pretty standout numbers there. You have Bubba Chandler here with a 4.9 ERA and a 2-7 record. He hasn't really looked that great. Miami pummeled these guys yesterday. I mean, I've got to feel like I want to be on the Marlins here a little bit, but let's see what the chat has here. We're going to take the Marlins again. Here's Marlins for Public Enemy, and Blake is on the Marlins first 5. You guys are all over the Marlins here. Oh, wait a minute. Here's 9 Legacy, likes the Pirates on the run line. All right, we got some disagreements here in the chat, it looks like. So I'm going to take the over in the first 5 then, because I don't think we got an agreement here. I'll take over first 5, Marlins and the Buccos here today in the first 5. And the line here on that is 5. Next up, Padres on the road here, taking on the Orioles with Strandy Vasquez. Goes here in this one for the Padres. And this is going to be for the Orioles here, Trey Gibson. Gibson 4.2 ERA, 1.5 the WHIP. Gibson doesn't have a lot of repetitions here right now this season, but he's out there getting the start today against Vasquez here. Vasquez is rather solid, 3.63 ERA, 5-4 record, 1.3 the WHIP. I feel like the Padres as a dog, that's where I kind of want them, I think, here in this role. Orioles did beat the Padres last night by the score of 7-3. Padres really never got it going. They definitely have some weaknesses in this lineup here right now. And the fact they're bringing up a lot of new players here does raise questions at this point. Padres have gone over in 6 of 10, but the Orioles have gone over in 7 of 9. They're 21-16 to the over at home here coming in. Padres have gone over in 5 straight, actually. 5 of the last 7 meetings have gone over, and 5 straight meetings between the two teams here in Baltimore have gone over as well. So give me the over here in this one with Padres and the Orioles today. I'll try the over here with the Pods and the O's. LALB says Cardinals, Yankees, Pirates are his plays today. Next up, the Mariners are at the Washington Nationals here with Luis Castillo. Goes here in this one for the M's. Meanwhile, Cade Cavalli for the Nationals here. Cavalli 3.87 ERA and a 3-4 record. Castillo 5.16 ERA, 2-5 record, 1.36 WHIP. It's not your typical Castillo numbers here, and I don't know. Yeah, hey, Seattle got the win yesterday. They're still playing pretty well despite losing 2 of 3, splitting the series with Baltimore 2-2 in that series before coming in here yesterday and demolishing Washington 10-2. For Washington here, they are 6-0 to the over as a favorite, but Seattle's 1-4 to the under as a dog. But still, Washington 22-9 to the over at home this season. So we might see runs here. It feels like in this one. Let's see what the chat has to say. I mean, you got to figure the Seattle lineup still pretty solid here. The Orioles the Nationals and that great offense at home here, why wouldn't they be able to at least stay in the game here a little bit? So let's see what you have to say here in this one with Seattle here on the road taking on Washington. All right. Mariners here, 3.28 bullpen ERA is one of the best. Washington ERA in the bullpen close to 5. Mariners have won 12 of 17. Playing well, but Castillo definitely having some struggles. Washington's dropped 4 of their last 5 at home. Seattle's gone over in 7 of 10. Washington's gone over in some other games here of late. Like I said, as a favorite, they're always going over, it feels like right now. That's almost the way I want to go. But I'm going to take the Nationals here in the first 5 in this one. Give me Washington here. First 5 innings. It's nearly a toss-up here right now with Cavalli and Castillo. I will take the Nationals at -0.5. It's not quite in fact, this one's kind of been going up. -0.5, -105. I will take the Nationals here in the first 5. They're more heavily favored in the first 5 than they are in the game here with Castillo. Maybe because of Castillo's numbers, I guess. That actually caught me by surprise a little bit. All right, Public Enemy here says go over in the Padre game. Blake is going over 10. Woke is joke. O's Guardians Moneyline parlay. Here's Blake on Seattle. The 9 Legacies on Washington. LALB's on the O's. And the Nats for Public Enemy. And LALB's going over in this one. Next up, we've got the Braves taking on the Mets here. Sean Manaea is going to get the start here in this one. Manaea -$1.20, total 8.5 over 15. I thought Brazoban was going to get the start and Manaea was going to relieve him, but Brazoban threw. How many innings did he throw yesterday? He was looking on fire. I mean, they're not going to bring him back for an opener after he pitched hard there yesterday. what were his numbers like in that game? They brought him in there for an inning and 2/3. So I guess it's possible he could open for Mania, but I'm going to think that maybe not. I mean, that's still some work in there. So, but hey, Sean Mania can handle it if he's going to be the starter in here today for the Mets. The Mets got the win 2 in a row now, and uh, we'll see here with Mania expected to be the pitcher here for the Mets. uh, Everybody's had fun at his expense here a little bit, but Atlanta still 23-13 on the road. Mets come in here 18-12 to the over at home. Atlanta 23-11 to the over on the road, and with the old Mania in here, we might see some runs with these guys right now. But let's see how you have it here with the Mets. Here taking on the Braves. Man, the Braves have had some slips here recently, and Acuna on the injured list, obviously that kind of affects things here a little bit as well. So yeah, we knew the Braves weren't going to win them all, but they have tailed off just a little bit here, it feels like, of late. And not that this is going to be a terribly tough game here. I mean, the Mets, we know they should be playing better than this right now. So let's go to the chat here on this one with the Braves and the Mets. Mets got the win there yesterday, but you do have Martin Perez. He's still got some, decent numbers. Everybody kind of disrespects Perez, but he's got the 3.0 ERA, 4-3 record, and a 1.06 WHIP coming into this one. So I don't know. It kind of feels like to me like you should have this one kind of under control if you're the Braves, but the Mets. Okay, here we go. And here's Blake over with the Braves money line. Hello to Mississippi Kid. Thank you, Mississippi Kid. Bravo is here for LALV. All right, Braves and Mets here in this one, and I got to go with the over here. Give me the over here with the Braves and the Mets with Perez and Mania. I'm pretty sure that is going to end up being the starting pitching situation there for the Mets today. I'm not sure Brazoban's going to be coming back after pitching an inning and 2/3 yesterday. All right, next up. Here we have the Diamondbacks taking on the Reds with Mike Soroka going here for Arizona, and for the Reds, Rhett Lauder. Lauder comes in with a 5 ERA, 3-3 record overall, 1.45 the WHIP. Soroka, 3.28 ERA, 1.5 WHIP coming in. Not Soroka, but Soroka. We know. So Diamondbacks here got the win yesterday on the road. Does feel a little bit uncomfortable that they'd be favored in this one, but man, you got to think that Lauder, hey, the Diamondbacks might be able to get over on them a little bit here. Diamondbacks, no matter how you look at it, they're still 18-11 as a favorite, but 14-20 on the road. So usually when they're favored at home, they do a good job. Cincinnati 19-26 to the under, but mostly here 21-12 to the over at home. Now Arizona's been kind of an under team, 11-17 to the under as a favorite, under in 7 of their last 10, but they're 17-15 to the over on the road, and I think that's why it feels like more like it will be runs in this game. Here, despite the fact that yesterday's game was 5-2 in favor of Arizona here. I'd have to think more like offense in this in the game here tonight with the Diamondbacks and the Reds. Soroka's been pretty reliable. I mean, he's got an 8-3 record here right now for Arizona. I mean, that does stand out. So I'm going to go ahead and roll here with Arizona on the road to do it again. I'm not very comfortable laying this kind of price, so it'll be the free play tonight. I'm going to take Arizona here in this one at $1.35 or so. Give me the D-backs, but I'm going to be playing the total, I think. Here's Blake on the money line for the Diamondbacks, public enemies, like in the Braves here in this one. Hope we're not going too fast, you guys, but there's a lot of sports here today. We got big news here in Cleveland tonight with the return of Tariq Skubal. He just needed one rehab start, and he's ready to go here after having loose bodies. Uh, loose bodies taken out of his elbow. Of course, the man who performed the El Attaché, is that controversial doctor that you've heard so much about, but he's kind of one of the pioneers in this type of surgery where they can go in and clean these elbows up without doing too much damage, that they can come back just on a little bit of rest and rehab and be ready to pitch. So that's where Skubal actually stands. He had the procedure, just rested let it heal. I don't know what it does. I mean, you go in there and take out bone chips and scar tissue and stuff, and it's revolutionary. It's really just something that's been pioneered here this past, I don't know, calendar year or some. Maybe it's some kind of AI. Maybe they asked AI how to do it. So good news here for the Tigers for sure, and they're also getting another starting pitcher back here this week as well. So better start winning now. Tigers are 12 games under 500. Cleveland, though, has been slumping. They still got the win yesterday over the Tigers here, 3-2 in a pretty good ball game there. Good pitching in that one. We might get more good pitching today, it feels like, with these two. So I don't know. I kind of think that it will be tough. I think Cantillo here. Look, yes, Tariq Skubal's one of the best. Maybe he'll get right back out there and look terrific. But the Guardians are good against left-handers, and the Tigers are not. So I kind of want to roll with the Guardians here a little bit, maybe on the run line, maybe in the first 5 against Tariq Skubal here, actually, and take them in this one, because I have a feeling that it might be close, it might be low scoring here early, but it might be something with 1-1 or something here after the first 5 innings. That's what I'm thinking here. Maybe Skubal does come in and is very, very effective, but with Cleveland here on the, I'm going to take them at plus a half a run at minus $1.20 in the first 5. Give me the Guardians here. I hope Skubal's ready to go. The Tigers need to get move on here. 9 Legacies, Diamondbacks run line, Braves money line, also Guardians here on the money line. Tigers first 5. That's exactly what I'm doing right there, Blake and I. Good job, Blake. He typed it in first before I said it. That's for sure. So, but I think that's a good sign, right? You got Blake in there making the play, and then I didn't see it. I actually have to go back and forth between the comments and the information. So, okay, let's keep it moving here on the show. Well, wait, one more here. Skubal over in his K's says LALB. Skubal ready to go here. Got those loose bodies out of his elbow. The Rangers here and Red Sox feels like a pretty good series, but DeGrom here and Suarez, Ranger against the Rangers. Here in this one, I'm Madeline the Lone Ranger. All right, if you know, you know. Let's go with the Rangers here in this one, and Jake DeGrom. DeGrom comes in with a 3.18 ERA, 5-4 record, 0.99 the WHIP. For Ranger Suarez, 3.18 record, just a 3.18 ERA, 2-3 record, 1.14 WHIP. Pretty solid pitching matchup here, obviously, with DeGrom and Suarez in this game. So let's see how you have it here. These guys might actually be dealing, it feels like here. Boston just broke their losing streak with the win there last night, 10-1, as they smashed the Rangers here. Rangers come in here on the road right now, 17-21 straight up, but Boston just 11-21 still at home, but they were able to pound them pretty good there yesterday. So let's see what you got here. I kind of want to lean with a Ranger and not the Rangers, but let's see if the chat has anything to say about it. And it's going to be here. Tigers under 8 for Public Enemy. Blake liking Texas first 5. Hey, so does Stop Geo. Liking Texas. Got some DeGrom backers here. Woke his joke on the under. And DeGrom 9-3. The first 5 money line. He's always strong here. I kind of want to go against him. Okay. Thank you, Mississippi Kid. I don't know about that. I mean, today, I was watching so many sporting events. That I'm beat. I'm tired here, and we got some great events today. But there might be a little bit of respite time here. We're about ready to go in the World Cup here in about an hour, though. I mean, come on. But I love talking sports and sports betting, and the fact that I got 50 people of you in here listening to me ramble, but mostly the chat all-stars, I thank you very much for being here. Okay. A little bit of caution there, I guess, in that one, trying to bait a little bit. Actually, here, I'm going to take the Red Sox in the full game is actually here tonight. I'll take Red Sox to win this one as a $1.20 favorite over the Rangers. And you know what? Nine Legacy and I are going to do it together. Next up, oh, man, we got a serious rematch here with the Dodgers. They're a $2 favorite against the White Sox. Haven't you heard? The White Sox have won 19 of their last 22 games at home, and they're plus $1.60 here. I mean, come on. How do you not take them again here? Now, Yamamoto's pitching, 2.67 ERA, 6-4 record, 0.92 the WHIP. For the White Sox here, Sean Burke, good numbers, 3.87 ERA, 3-3 record, modest 1.18 WHIP here. He's pretty good. So, I don't know. I kind of think we'll see some decent pitching here from these two teams. I mean, yes, the Dodgers could pound. Let's see also, I don't think we know the status of Shohei Ohtani here after he was a late scratch. Was he a late scratch there yesterday with that injury with knee soreness? That sounds like an important deal here right now. We'll see. Will he miss the game here again tonight after missing yesterday's game? 8-2 was the final in that one. So, and Ohtani sat out the game. So Espinal was in there at designated hitter yesterday, and Ohtani is questionable here tonight. So, okay, and let's see what else here. Tommy Edmonds is supposed to be back here next week for LA. I'm looking forward to that. My man. All right, let's see what the chat has to say here in this one. Dodgers and the White Sox here. White Sox, man, a lot of great momentum. This is fun to watch. And they just beat the Dodgers. They beat the pants off the Dodgers last night. And let's see. Stop Geo says, what about the favorite FIFA free bet here today? Well, look, I probably I gave out some picks here already on the show. We were on with Switzerland in the first half, Morocco, Brazil over in the first half, Scotland and Haiti over in the first half. Here's Blake on the under. Public Enemy likes the Dodgers on the run line here. LAOB Dodgers team total over. Yamamoto 6+ Ks. Pajes to get a hit all in a parlay. Still not a lot of respect here for the White Sox right now. I figure the Dodgers are anxious to bounce back and beat these guys. If I would have known that the White Sox were going to be wearing those awesome jerseys there yesterday, those Bulls jerseys, I'm going to take the White Sox here in the first 5. I'm going first 5 White Sox. Let's go Burke. Let's go White Sox. Price feels right. That's all. Not at $2 here for the full game, and here also in the first 5. I got to try the White Sox here at plus a run at minus 130. Give me the White Sox first 5 plus a run at minus 130. All right, and let's keep it moving right now. We got to go here. The Phillies and the Brewers. Now we just saw the Phillies get mowed down by future Hall of Famer Mizraski. Hope he doesn't wreck his arm with all those fastballs, but man, what a performance. Dodgers here 22-14 on the road. The White Sox are 23-11 at home. The White Sox are 19-14 at home overall. They're pretty much an over team for sure. Oops. Did I go skip the game here too much? I told you I'm asleep at the wheel here. Phillies and the Brewers here in this one. How can you even stand me here right now? Phillies and Brewers here. Aaron Nola goes for the Phillies, 5.8 ERA, 3-4 record. Now this is Shane Drohan, and he's in this rotation right now for the Brewers. Just another name here for these Brewers. 3.1 ERA, 3-1 record coming in, and a 1.11 WHIP for Drohan. He's looked pretty good here, actually. Limited action for sure, but Nola has just been, pretty bad here this season, and he's shown some signs of getting it together. And just when he does, he goes out there and has a clunker. So I think the key here, Philadelphia as an underdog, 7-13 this year. This has been the weak spot, I think, for the Phillies overall when they are. Not expected to fare very well. The offense continues to be dismal here, but I don't know. At $1.20, it feels like it's going to be hard to pass on the Phillies, actually. Man. Oh, boy. I tell you, this is tough because Drohan here, not a lot of experience, but the Phillies have been definitely susceptible here this season with this very, very poor offense. I think everyone agrees. With these numbers right now, they are not good. Phillies, one of the bottom, 4 or 5 offenses here in the league right now, and they just can't seem to put a big offensive game together at all. So yesterday, 6-0, but they were facing a very, very good pitcher, obviously. So you probably could throw that one out for the most part, but still, Phillies against left-handers, they are 10-15 so far this season. So Nola can outdeal this guy at least for 5 innings, can't he? I'm going to go with the Phillies here in the first 5 in this one. Give me the Phillies here, first 5 on the road. I'm going to try to go against Drohan here. This Phillies offense hasn't been good, but maybe they can get to this young pitcher here in this one, and I'll try the Phillies on the road in the first 5 here at plus. I'm going to take plus a half at minus $1.20. Okay, let's see here from the chat. And 9 Legacy is taking those White Sox again. 9 Legacy on the Phillies. Public Enemy liking the Brewers. Blake liking the Brewers on the run line. And I'll try the Phillies first 5. All right, we're doing well here. We're getting it going. Astros and Royals here tonight. You've got the Stros and Burrows on the road in this one. 5.77 ERA, 3-8 record for Noah Cameron. 3.83 ERA, 3-4 record. Cameron, a 1.19 WHIP. He's been pretty good. Burrows has a 1.57 WHIP. He has not been very good. But I would think this is actually a pretty good price maybe to take the Royals here. They've lost 3 straight right now. The Astros are really nothing special here, but Cameron does feel like the more solid option between the two. So I'm going to go ahead and take the Royals in this one at home at minus $1.20 or $1.25 here. Houston has kind of had their number for sure, but I'm going to try with Cameron here, and I'm going to take the Royals tonight to beat Houston. Yesterday you could say it was an over, right? The final score was 10-8, but it was 9-5 after the first inning, and only 4 more runs were scored. In fact, they went 6 in the third innings, 6.5 innings of no score after those first 14 runs were scored in the first 2 innings. 9 Legacy says Astros on the money line, and Blake says Royals first 5 here in this one. And I'm going to take the Royals full game tonight over the Stros. Good to see my man Trenton Brooks. He got cut from the KBO, but the Astros signed him, and he's on the Space Cowboys right now. Maybe my man Trenton Brooks might make it back to the major leagues here. Well, the Giants are getting steamed right now in the game against the Cubs tonight. I don't know if I can agree with that, but the steam is coming in here on the Giants. They were plus $1.10, but they're going to be even money or maybe even minus $1.05. Brown against McDonald seems like a good pitching matchup, but we'll get to that one in just a moment. We'll get to that one right now. Good segue here. Do you know the guy who invented the Segway died riding a Segway? Cubs and Giants here with Brown and McDonald. The steam's coming in on the Giants here right now. Cubs, man, a decent favorite here, $1.25 on the road in this one. Brown, 1.74 ERA. Great numbers. Brown's been incredible. 0.88 whip here. Just a 2-2 record for Trevor McDonald. He's been solid. 4.15 ERA, 1.18 whip. The Giants might have a guy here with a McDonald. He might be someone who can develop here. Yesterday's game was 5-1. I have a feeling this is going to be another low score here at 8. And I kind of want to take the under here in this one with Cubs and the Giants. And that's what I'm going to do. Give me the under here with these two after the 5-1 game there yesterday. Giants are 17-25 to the under as a dog. So I think I want to go with the under here in this one with San Francisco at home. Cubs have gone under in 5 of their last 6 games as well. So here's Public Enemy going over with the Astros and the Royals, and Blake is on the Cubs on the money line. Next up, the Rockies are at the whoops. I think we had the wrong graphic there.
Final.
Okay, next up. Here we go. Rays are at the Angels here in this one. You got Griffin Jacks going up here against Jose Soriano. Soriano, 2.96 ERA in this one. Angels have won 3 in a row. They beat the Rays yesterday. They pummeled the Rays yesterday, 4-3. I'd say pummel them. It was 4-0 early as the Angels got out to an early lead. Yeah, the Rays are 25-16 as a favorite, and they're still favored here, I think, right? A little bit of a favorite. Angels here, 15-20 to the under at home. I think the Angels with Soriano can at least hold down Jacks here early on. I'm going to take the Angels here in the first 5 over the Rays here tonight. In this one, I'm going to count on Soriano, who kind of gets overlooked a little bit, but seems to always come back. A lot of people were saying that he was going to hit the regression mode, but he kind of came back with some strong outings. So I'm going to go ahead and try the first 5 here with the Angels tonight. I think they can probably win this game. Let me try the Angels here. First 5 tonight against Tampa Bay at a pick'em. And I think that's going to do it for the baseball here. It's been a long show, so we got a few more sports we're going to cover. Let's see what we got here. And Woka's joke there, landing that helicopter. Helicopter. Nine Legacy says Athletics on the run line, Angels on the money line, and Blake says Angels on the money line. I think that's it for baseball. So let's just run down some other sports and have some fun here. The show is kind of over, but we got some other sports to talk about. WNBA tonight. And we got some big games. Oops, what's this crazy fever graphic? You know, the fever, oh boy, more controversy. The coach talks about Aaliyah Boston's big scoring game, but didn't talk about Caitlin Clark's big scoring game. It was an awesome performance from both those ladies to score their both scoring over 30 points in that last game. Boston had 34 points in the game, and yeah, they just basically glossed over old Caitlin there. And uh, you know, some people say it's tough love with Stephanie, but some people say she just doesn't like Clark. But that would seem hard to believe. I mean, such a key player, a great player there. Okay, let's see here. We got the WNBA coming up. I think the graphic was okay, so let's move it on in here and cover these 4 games, and the show's going to be over. Thanks, everybody. All right, first up here, there it is. Fever and the Sun in this one. And you got the Fever here favored by 9.5, and the total here 171 here in this one. The Fever, they're not they are a good cover, but the Sun, for having such a bad record, they actually been covering some games here. They're miserable record here, 2-12 overall. They've lost 4 in a row, but they are 3-2 against the spread at home, 6-4 in their last 10. Indiana's 5-7 against the spread overall. They don't look like they want to cover these games right now at -10 or so. See what you think in this one, but we've seen these. Seems like we've seen the back door, come in time and time again right now in the WNBA. The teams are coming all the way back from 10, 15 points down, it seems like at times, to come back and get close enough to get the spread right now. Just uncanny the way things are kind of going here right now in the WNBA with some of these underdogs here anyway. Indiana here, 1-4 against the spread in their last 5. So look, you're getting some double digits here with the Connecticut team. Yeah, for sure, they're done. They're not going anywhere in the Commissioner's Cup here right now. Indiana's still kind of alive, but they're probably not going to get there. Suns' recent spread success has kind of come because odds makers keep having to put lines like this on there, and they continue to come back and get the cover time and time again. So I'm going to go ahead and take the Sun here in the first half, and this one at +6. Give me the Sun here over the Fever. And I'm going to keep taking these here. I've gotten burned on some of them for sure, but I'm going to go ahead. The spread's actually gone down to a 9 here, and the first half is only 5, but I'll take it here. First half, 5 points. I'm going to take the Sun here right now. They're not great, but they're getting the money here a little bit. All right, here. Blake said, what did you do in the Rockies game? I took the did we skip that? Gosh. I think I skipped that game, didn't I? Well, I'm taking the Rockies there. I'm sorry, I'm taking the Athletics in the first 5 at -0.5. I'm not going to go back and do it because this is a long show, and we're previewing all these games. Apologize there. Told you I'm not all there today.
Steam play.
Interesting. The total is totally getting steamed right now in that game. That steam just came in moments ago at 14, and it's up to 14.5 in that game, by the way. But go ahead and give me the A's in that one. -1 at -105 in the first 5 in that game. Sorry about that. I didn't even have it on my script. Bad job. Okay. Mystics and Tempo. Talking about that game there yesterday. 1-point game. Hey, we were on the Tempo there, actually, plus we took first half and lost on the show, but I was on the Tempo there, and I got the money there by 0.5 point. Connecticut on the spread for 9. Legacy. Fever first quarter for LALB. Next up is the game of the year between the Minnesota Lynx and the Las Vegas Aces. unfortunately, this one's being played at 8 Eastern, 5 Pacific. So I guess we can watch a half an hour of it before we have to turn on the other basketball game. But look at how hot Minnesota is. Look at how hot the Aces are. Minnesota's an incredible 10-2, though, against the spread so far this season. And this is probably going to be a pretty awesome game, undoubtedly. And yes, Las Vegas is going to be favored here in this one by a couple of points at home, minus 2.5 here right now. Minnesota 10-2 against the spread, 8-game winning streak, 5-0 on the road this season. The Lynx have covered 7 of their last 8 overall and also have covered 6 of their last 7 games against Las Vegas. The Aces are coming in with 5 straight wins, although they're just 6-6 ATS and 1-3 ATS at home. Las Vegas, maybe they're the champs, so they're favored by 2.5. So I don't know. Minnesota just continues to provide absolute value here. So the Lynx have been the most consistent team right now, and this is it. This is the big game here for the Commissioner's Cup representative for sure. I would think in the Western Conference, there's a chance that no, this is it. I mean, this is it right now. I see both of them there 4-0. So this is it for sure. I'm sure whoever wins this one, yeah, there could be. They're playing 7 games, I think, in the West. So I guess there's still a chance if the loser of this game could still find their way to the championship game, but I doubt it here. So, man, okay. Let me go ahead here. I'm going to go with the over in the first half here with Minnesota and Las Vegas here in this one. Give me the first half over. This one probably, yes, you could say that these two teams are both pretty good defensively, but I think we'll see the offense here. Both teams have trended over. Minnesota's gone over in 4 of 6, but Las Vegas has gone over in 13 of 18 dating back to last season. 5 of the last 7 meetings between the two teams have gone over as well. Both teams are among the lead, have some of the leading offensive players here in the league. This is a playoff caliber game that's going to decide probably who goes to the championship. That may lead to some defense. I don't know, but I think it's going to be the other way around. And I'm going to go over in the first half here in this one between Minnesota and Las Vegas. It's the biggest game of the season, I do believe, here in the WNBA right now at 8 o'clock tonight. And I'm going to go here over 89.5 in the first half. Okay, we've got here LALB going over. Blake's going over as well. Nine Legacy says Aces on the spread. Get it back. Got the Wings taking on the Fire here in this one. The Wings are playing great. Man, they're 8-4 against the spread. Coming in here, taking on the Fire. Fire 0-4 here. There's the Wings, right? They're the other team that has a chance. They're 3-1 right now in the Commissioner's Cup. So if they can get this win here, they still got a chance. Portland's lost 4 in a row after that great start here right now, and Portland is 7-4 to the over as a dog. Dallas is 4-2 to the over on the road. Dallas is 5-1 against the spread as a favorite. Portland just 3-6 ATS at home coming into this one, but another one of these where the home teams just keep fighting through a little bit. Yes, it's been tough here, Portland, for sure. Not only have they lost 4 straight, they failed to cover in 4 straight. They were playing some decent teams, Golden State, Las Vegas in there. They're playing LA. They were playing Phoenix as well, so it hasn't been perfect. But Dallas is a team that is, surely the better cover here a little bit. But these home teams keep finding a way here right now. So, all right, this one, I'm going to go ahead and take the Portland Fire here, plus 6.5, and keep taking these dogs right now. Despite the 4-game losing streak, I'm trying the Fire here tonight. And here we go, West Up Parlay right now. Dodgers team total over Nice to see Woka's joke in there and AOD. Let's keep it moving here. One last game in the W. It's the Sparks on the road taking on the Mercury. Sparks are a slight favorite here, 1.5. I'm not buying it. I don't think the Sparks are that great. See them here 4-8 against the spread overall. Mercury don't. They've lost a couple in a row here. They're 1-4 ATS at home, but LA is 1-4 ATS as a favorite. Now, one thing here is LA 4-1 to the over on the road. Phoenix 5-0 to the over at home. Boy, you gotta think. I gotta think. I know which way this one might be headed here, but I'm gonna take the Mercury tonight to win this game outright here over LA. I am not a total believer yet in LA. That's my team, but I'm gonna go ahead and take Phoenix here in this one. Mercury money line for Blake here in this one. He'll take Mercury here with me. What else do we got lined up here tonight? Let's get back to the end of the show here. Thank you, everybody. We've got a few more games here listed in our previews. Hey, Oklahoma's going to take on Alabama here in the College World Series this afternoon, 3 p.m. Eastern and noon Pacific time in the first matchup here with Oklahoma and Alabama here. Alabama already proved this season that they can handle Oklahoma, taking 2 of 3 in Norman and outscored the Sooners over the series. I think for Oklahoma here, this is a stadium that's supposed to be, it's supposed to suppress runs, but we got the 4 SEC teams. Come on, there's going to be plenty of offense, I think, here in this one, isn't there? Yeah, you got the college baseball. It's, a College World Series. It's an opener. Got some decent pitchers here. Cord Rager goes for Oklahoma, but Crimson Tide, they have a very balanced lineup, no doubt about it. Alabama, Tyler Fay on the mound here in this one. I think that might be advantage Oklahoma. Alabama, Justin LeBron, Brady Neal, both kind of having some injuries. I don't know if we know exactly if they're playing in the game or not. I don't anyway. So I'm going to roll here. I have Alabama in a futures, Oklahoma in a futures play to win. I'm sorry, I have Alabama in a futures play here to win the World Series, and I like them here in this game as well. And I'm taking Alabama here in this one tonight at minus $1.05 or so. They're a little bit of an underdog here, but I'm taking Alabama here on the morning steam. I think their offense is going to come through big time in this game. I think they played the better. I know they're both SEC, but I think overall Alabama's performance against that schedule looks just much more solid here, and I'm going to take Alabama here in this one. All right. Here we go. Dallas Wings on the spread for 9 legacy. Alabama money line for Blake in there. Here we go. One more. It's going to be Texas taking on Georgia in the other game here at the College World Series tonight. This is another SEC game, so it should be a thrill a minute here with these two teams. Big time offenses again. It feels like to me here. I don't care if this stadium is. They say it's too big for College World Series. Not enough action like the old days. But Georgia enters looking like the most complete team in the field right now, doesn't it? After winning the SEC tournament, and don't forget they won the regular season too. So when you look at the SEC, someone win the team that wins the tournament and the regular season. So look, both teams have good power, but the Bulldogs have even better power. It feels like elite power with that lineup, and this probably the best lineup going. It feels like right now Texas is capable here, no doubt, off their super regional performance against Oregon. But I think Georgia, just want to take the more battle tested team. I think it feels like here. Look, the big stadium here again, but man, there's going to be runs. Come on, there's going to be runs in this one. And I'm going to take the Georgia Bulldogs here to win this one at well, even money or so. I'm taking Georgia here over Texas tonight. Give me the dogs in this one. Okay, we've got over here for LALB, over for Blake as well in that late game. So you guys are like me, unless you're just listening to me and saying, let's agree with Ramon. Most people say that the TD Ameritrade Stadium is a lot bigger than that old thing they used to play in ever since they moved here. The scores have been down. But, well, there was plenty of runs there yesterday, right? North Carolina game went over 2, and I had the under at 7.5. It went to 8 runs with that 3-run home run in the bottom of the 8th inning, but nothing you can do about that. All right, a couple more here. We got the Lions taking on the Riders here in this one with Saskatchewan here, favored by 2.5 against BC. This is a season opener for both teams. There, Saskatchewan, the defending champs here, so they're going to have a little celebration out there for sure. BC begins their season with a little bit of revenge here. Remember, they lost in Regina, so I think the books are kind of moving towards BC a little bit. You know, the BC with Player of the Year, Nathan Rourke, and the Lions have plenty of experience. And BC has covered 8 of the last 10 games against Saskatchewan, actually. But I don't know. I might be favoring Saskatchewan here. They're the champs after all. But maybe the over is the way to go for me. I'll go over here in the first half. I mean, every game has been incredible in the CFL so far. They're all just wild high-scoring games. Even if it is under in the first half, it goes over in the second half, it seems like right now. And at 52.5, you got to think they're going to have like 55 points at least in this game with BC and Saskatchewan. So I'll go over in the first half here in this one. Every game is just massive scoring. You can't even stop them. Here, so give me the over in the first half. That's just the way it's going right now in the CFL. So give me the over here, 25.5 in the first half. Okay, and I got one more here. As if you forgot. Oh, we got a few more comments here. Hold on. 9 Legacy, Phoenix Mercury on the money line. And Stop Geo says, you know what? This might be the time to take the Tigers right now with those pitchers coming back. Jim Duweiger is going under in the game, but Woka's joke is going over. All right, one more tonight. It's going to be the United Bowl, the UFL championship game against the Kings and the Defenders. But you know what? Someone here, some dummy, big UFL fan that I am, placed a futures bet way back when and placed it on the Defenders. So I've got the Defenders here right now to win the UFL championship. So I got them here at about 10-1. So, all right. No, it wasn't 10-1. Let me get it right here. And it wasn't a big bet because this is a UFL after all, but let me see if I got it here. I think it's 7-2. 7-2 is what I got it at here with the DC Defenders. This was before the season, so I ended up with the DC Defenders here, and I'm just going to take them to win this game. Of course, I'm taking them to win the game right now in the game tonight. Give me DC over the Kings here in this one. You have the defending champs against the expansion team, and it is in DC. Now, the Kings have been really good, so they've earned the favoritism probably. The Defenders barely made the playoffs. But things have changed here right now, and I'm going to take the Defenders to win the UFL championship. Is that it, you guys? That's it for the show. My voice is gone, but I want to thank you guys, everybody here. We spent almost 2 hours talking a bunch of sports and sports betting. So let's hear from Mikey. We'll do the drawing and then the show's over.
Hey, it's your boy Mikey Money here, and letting you know the Sports Money team live over on Winnable, and you can get your favorite cappers' best bets. Come support the squad at Winnable.
For a low monthly cost, you get the very best bets delivered instantly to your phone by text the moment they're locked in. No delays, no missed lines, just the smartest plays at the best odds.
Let Sports Money Network's team of experienced handicappers do the hard work for you, and with the flexible notification options, you'll never miss a play as we drop them.
Don't wait. Don't guess. Don't miss the line. Join the winning team today and start cashing tickets with Winnable.
Great tiebreak right now in this tennis match with Shelton and Leshka. All right, here we go. Let's do the drawing here right now. Thanks, everybody, for a great time. And we'll see you tonight here with the NBA. And let's see what we got here. Who's going to win 1 month? If you win, use the promo code WINNER. It's Johnny Walker. Thank you, Johnny, for everything. I'll put another month on Johnny's subscription. Thanks a lot, everybody, for joining me here on the show. Really appreciate all the comments in the chat, all the great picks and everything. So, Woking bet no UFL here tonight. One thing we will try to do is set the record for a beer snake. Biggest. That's what they're known for, unfortunately. Can't take a nap here in Woken's joke. We got the pregame show coming on right now for the World Cup here, I think, right? Or I don't know, what time does that thing come on? 2 hours before the game starts? So, yeah, maybe we could rest a little bit here before the action starts here at 3 p.m. Eastern, noon Pacific, and all the WNBAs at night as well. Only the baseball's kind of starting early. So head on over to winnable.com/Ramon and get more picks from me here today. I'll be sending out some baseball games for sure. That's going to do it here for the show. And for the Sports Money Network, I'm Ramon Scott. So long from Las Vegas.
I'm like an addict, do I gotta have it. I ain't even playing, got a really bad habit. If it moves, gotta grab it, fuse like a magnet. Lose, won't have it till I'm doomed in a casket. I ain't playing, got a weird mind. If you work 8 hours, I'ma work 9. If the shit tastes sour, you should taste mine.